grew up in Highland Park, which is a North Shore suburb of Chicago, and went to San Diego State for 2 years, where I didn't go to school very much. Spent a lot of time at the beach, and I spent a lot of time on the golf course. I took exactly one class per semester for 4 semesters in a row, and I got straight A's. Because if you only take one class, you can do well. So because it wasn't a place where I could be serious, I transferred to the University of Michigan, where it was freezing cold and it was miserable. Great school, but I ended up having to make up 3.5 years of school in 2 years in order to finish within a 4-year time frame. And when I graduated, I decided that I definitely wanted to be in real estate. I had a landscaping business in San Diego, and during the summers as a kid in Chicago, I had 60 kids working for me, cutting lawns, planting bushes and trees. It was a really big, fun business. And what happened was I spent a lot of time in people's yards, and I was more interested in their house and in the real estate side of it than I was in the landscaping side. So I decided that I probably would enjoy being in real estate. So the day that I graduated from Michigan, I started looking for a place to land as a real estate property manager. And I had no idea the difference between property management and brokerage. I just didn't know anything about real estate. I knew a lot about cutting lawns and planting trees and bushes. So a friend of mine told me that he knew of an industrial real estate person who had a family business. Their last name was Podolsky, and they were very well known in Chicago as one of the top industrial real estate firms. They had 6 million square feet of property in their portfolio, about 80 different buildings. And I interviewed with Randy. I just off the cuff, I called him and he said, come on over, we're looking for a property manager. So I went to their office and I interviewed with Randy, and he said, we need you to start right away. We have a lot of property management work. And he called his father in and he said, I want you to meet the new kid that I'm hiring. And I was 22 at the time. Milt interviewed me for 5 minutes, and he said to his son, he looked at him and he said, are you stupid? And I couldn't believe he was saying that. And the son said, what are you talking about? He said, this kid belongs in brokerage. He's not going to be a property manager. You can't have him. I get him. So I got hired on the spot. And Randy said, I'm desperate for a property manager. Why don't we teach him the business? He can learn property management for a few weeks until I find somebody else. And Milt said, you've got a deal. And then Milt looked at me and he said, I want to ask you a question. He said, do you take no for an answer, or are you one of those guys who, when you want to get something done, you just get it done? I said, Milt, I went out and got 60 lawns lined up for a landscaping business when I was 14 years old, going up and down the street, selling door to door. I said, there was no such thing as no. He said, Randy, he's not working for you for one day. I have vacant buildings. I need them filled up. The kid's working for me.